These Disneyland toys I've noticed a lot of people put on their bags recently because they look super cute. They usually have these like really detailed outfits as well, and especially that like purple bunny. She has like little cute ballet dresses, and it weirdly goes with a lot of pink Louis Vuitton bags. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. So sorry guys, I couldn't upload yesterday. You know, I really try and upload every day. I got a lovely comment the other day saying one of you puts on your makeup and watches me at the same time, like when in the morning, so I'm like a part of your morning routine. So I'm really sorry if I'm not always there for your morning routine, or if you're eating dinner and I'm on the YouTube. But yeah, I really try and upload on a decent like schedule, like as much as I can. But anyways, the topic of today I thought I would discuss is plushies on handbags. And is it kind of weird to put soft toys on handbags, and especially designer handbags? And why is this trend occurring, and is it something that's going to stick around? Because I've noticed recently, just in my local shopping center and even in the city, a lot of young girls wearing designer bags with a random plushie on the designer bag, which I think is such like a cute juxtaposition. You know, you've got this really expensive item with like a very cheap plushie on it. And I don't know, I obviously love cute things. I love Hello Kitty. Obviously, I was obsessed with Sanrio before designer luxury goods. Love, you know, all sorts of things like miniature foods and like little cute little animals and Sailor Moon. I think mixing cartoony cute things and designer is like a match made in heaven for me personally. But I noticed that a lot of girls were wearing the Disneyland plushie on their bag, the Disney Sea Tokyo. So especially Stellalou, which is like a Disney Sea character. And I only know this because when I went to Disneyland back in 2018, I went to Tokyo Sea Disney, and they had Stellalou and Duffy Bear, and a lot of young girls are kind of buying these plushies either from like a reseller in Australia or online, or they're going to Tokyo and then putting them on their designer bags. And this has become like a little bit of a micro trend, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it as well. I really want to get the little Stellalou plushie. I did buy some plushies when I went to Tokyo Disney, you know, a few years back. I got the Duffy Bear, which is this character. Oh, this one's called Shelly May. So this is the girl bear, and I've seen girls like put this on literally their Louis Vuitton bag, which I'm like, well, that is really cute. But yeah, it's just like a bit of a random like contrast. It kind of reminds me of how like Jane Birkin would put like random trinkets on her Birkins, like stickers and like beads and things that aren't necessarily designer on their bag to make it more them or more personalized. And I definitely think that putting a plushie on a designer bag makes it less serious and makes it less traditional and sophisticated. And it's something that I realized that I kind of like making my designer bags look more fun and youthful as opposed to like classic and timeless and more serious looking. I definitely like to put that fun twist on my bags as well. And I wanted to ask you guys if you would ever put a plushie on your bag, because I know a lot of you guys who watch my channel really like, you know, when I put My Little Ponies in my bags, or when I like talk about Hello Kitty or Sailor Moon. You know, there are people who love those silly cute things, but then they also love designer bags. So when you put it together, it's kind of like a match made in heaven. But for some people, they think that's like so bizarre to put a plushie on a bag. And you know, Jisoo from Blackpink was even seen wearing a Hello Kitty plushie on her Lady Dior bag, which I think also made it more mainstream to put plushies on your bags. And I mean, I love the way she put a Hello Kitty on her bag. I think that is so adorable. But I don't think that this is a new thing either. I think brands have been tapping into this like secret need for people to combine cartoons or plushies with designer bags for a while. And you kind of see that with Louis Vuitton, especially with the Vivian animation, or some of the cutesy animations that they've done in the past. You know, I used to have a few of these Vivian little key charms, and I bought this as a way to kind of make my bag more fun. Like, I used to have a Speedy 20, and to make it even cuter, I added this little charm to it with a Vivian and a little cat, which some say this is very juvenile and too youthful, or, you know, kid-like to put on a designer bag, which is usually associated with being, you know, grown up. And you know, when you grow up, you can't grow up, you can afford to buy these expensive things, but then putting a cutesy kitty thing on it cheapens the whole look. But to me, it makes it more fun, and just it adds a bit of a sense of humor to the bag. So I think Louis Vuitton kind of tapped into that. Even Loewe, they do so many cute animal charms. Like, they have fluffy felt animals like sheep and pandas and all sorts of things, which I love. I bought this strawberry many years ago, which I definitely think adds a sense of fun to my bag. And yeah, I don't use this as much anymore because I don't have any Loewe bags, but I could definitely put this on like an Hermes bag, like with a, like even a Kelly or something, just to add something playful. But what I've noticed recently is people are not opting for like the designer option with a bag charm. They're opting for literally just a plushie. And even if they have like an extremely expensive handbag like a Birkin, instead of putting like a designer charm on it, such as like, you know, a Pegasus, which is also like an elevated kind of toy on a bag, to be honest. Like, this is, I feel like this is kind of Hermes's take on the idea of it, like putting something fun on your bag and not as serious as what like a traditional idea of a classic Hermes bag would be. Like, it's kind of adding a sense of humor to the bag, which I like. Even something like the seahorse is another example. Like, it's so random, but it's kind of funny to put it on such like a classic bag. And I think, you know, Hermes have tapped into that desire for people as well and made it a very hefty price point. And in a way, it seems more accepted to buy a designer bag charm that's like kid-like than to actually put a soft toy on your bag. But to be honest, I feel like the true essence of like putting something like this on your bag is really, you may as well just buy a toy and put it on your bag, because it is kind of the same vibe. And, you know, these Disneyland toys, I've noticed a lot of people put on their bags recently because they look super cute. They usually have these like really detailed outfits as well. And especially that like purple bunny, she has like little cute ballet dresses, and it weirdly goes with a lot of pink Louis Vuitton bags and even like Birkins and little, I've seen people put them on their mini Lindies, and I just think that it is so cute, but it's also so like random that became a trend. And I don't know who started this trend, but you know, I have a little Redbook account, and I see it a lot on little Redbook, people putting these cute little Disney toys on their bags. Maybe it's like it started out in Japan, in Tokyo, but I really like this like silly trend of putting these Disney toys on bags. And then also, I also noticed a trend of putting the Murakami flower on bags, which was kind of like a trending thing like 2 years ago or so. And I started putting Murakami flowers on a lot on my Louis Vuitton bags, and it really went with like the Murakami style bags, like the multicolor. These also come from Japan, so I noticed a lot of shops in Melbourne as well reselling these merch flowers, or the original Murakami merch flowers, for a premium. And a lot of people were putting them on designer items, like even like Nikes and you know, Louis Vuitton bags and all that. And this was also a little bit of a trend for a while, but now it's kind of gone more into these plushies, which I think is so random. And even like Sanrio characters, like the Hawaii Hello Kitty, I've noticed a lot of people put on their bag. And you know, Jisoo from Blackpink with the white Hello Kitty, I think is so adorable. But going back to like, I guess, designers doing this, if you think about Burberry, so this is a Burberry Thomas Bear. Burberry has been doing this for a while, like making these Thomas Bears. This one is a monkey bear. This was for like the year of the monkey, I think. Burberry made it a thing to collect these bear charms, and people would also put them on bags, and you know, they would go with the Burberry bags. So yeah, Burberry is one of those brands who I think really captured the soft toy, like the designer soft toy look, and they've made it a really expensive price point. And the reason why they've made these so expensive is because, you know, the bears are cashmere, and they have a little bit more higher quality materials. Obviously the clasp is better and all that, so they can justify them being like over $500. Whereas something like this, you know, it's got like this kind of thing which is cheaper, and just the details are not as elevated. But if you want to do this trend, maybe, but you feel weird about it because it's literally a toy, you could go for an elevated version like the Burberry bear, or you could go for the Loewe charm, which I think is much more elevated as well. You know, if you opt for even something from the Spirited Away collection or something like that, I think that looks less cheap on your bag. I think the problem with putting something like this on your bag can make it look a little bit cheap, as opposed to like the designer version, or like this, or, you know, like something like this. It looks cute, but it does kind of downgrade your bag in a way, which I don't necessarily mind. I'm actually tempted to put these on my designer, like my Hermes bags, and like I feel like it would actually look really cute, to be honest. And it's kind of like, yeah, I think it makes it a little bit more funny, but also, yeah, it does kind of cheapen the bag a bit. So anyways, let me know, would you put a plushie on your bag, or would you rather spend, you know, over $500 on a designer plushie or a novelty piece? Because, you know, I've done both. I've bought the Hermes plushie kind of thing. Like, these are really expensive. This was like probably like $900 or something, which it's a collectible and it looks super cute on my bag. But, you know, should I have bought this, or should I have just put the little Duffy bear on my bag? Like that was, I don't know, like $20. Like, are we crazy for buying designer charms when we could have just bought like the little plushie, since it's kind of the same idea and trend? Yeah, let me know, guys, because I definitely have bought so many of the designer kind of charms, but maybe you could just opt for a soft toy. And to be honest, I think the trend at the moment is literally just buying the Disneyland stuffed toy and putting it on your bag, or like a Hello Kitty or something like that. Yeah, but anyway, I just noticed that trend, and I don't know if it's going to be going on for a while, but I feel like it is, because designers keep producing these really novelty bag charms, and it kind of feeds into the same idea. And I really like the idea of personalizing your bag and making it a little bit more you, and by putting something kind of silly like a bag charm on it, or a plushie, or, to be honest, it could go from plushies to like, it could go to like beads or something. Like, you might start seeing people put like bracelets on their bags, or stickers or something, you know. I think it could evolve into something else, and it definitely, to me, derives from that whole idea that Jane Birkin had of just, you know, putting your own personality on your bag, which I personally really like that idea. But yeah, you can do it a multitude of ways. You could spend designer money to do it, or you could literally just get a toy and stick it right on your bag. So yeah, anyways, thanks for listening to my blabby video today. Just wanted to get my thoughts out there. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!